Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another Super Tease video. And in this one, we're going to be doing a deep dive of the Havoc Demon Hunter. How is it looking so far, moving into the second phase of the alpha for the War Within? What is going to be available to you? What are the animations starting to look like so that you can start to make a decision as to whether or not this is going to be the specialization for you? Now, in this most recent build of Phase 2, they have introduced the second layer of hero talents for Havoc, which is titled the Fel-Scarred. So let's specifically go over this. The first part of this is called Demon Surge. Metamorphosis now also increases current and maximum health by 5% and armor by 20%. So I think it goes without saying that's going to be making you a little bit more tanky. But also, while demon form is active, the first cast of each empowered ability induces a demon surge, causing you to explode with fel energy, dealing 11,315 fire damage to nearby enemies. So more damage during metamorphosis and just tankier as well. The next layer of talents is Wave of Debilitation. Chaos Nova is going to slow enemies by 60% and reduce their attack speed and cast speed by 15% for 5 seconds after its stun fades. This is going to be really powerful because if you stun somebody, they get dispelled. They're still going to get a debuff on them for their attack speed to be slowed or their cast speed to be slowed. So it's kind of like a mini Curse of Tongues effect. The secondary choice of this is the Pursuit of Angriness, which is movement speed increased by 1% per 10 Fury. Now, when I tested this, I hardly even noticed a speed difference. Just wondering if we can even do this right now. I really didn't even notice a difference when I ran this talent compared to having 0 Fury to having 170 Fury, which I think is the upper end of this spec's availability. So right now I've got 170. This is about as fast as I move, and this really wasn't, you know, I was expecting to move a lot faster than this. And then if we spend all of this Fury, if it's even possible to spend all of the Fury, I'm going to try my best to spend all of the Fury so that we can then just run around and see what it's like when we're not maximum Fury. Okay, so we're basically 0 Fury. It doesn't, like, I don't notice the difference. So, I mean, personally, I'm probably not going to be running for the movement speed unless this is just bugged on the alpha. I think the Curse of Tongues effect is going to be way better. Focused Hatred is just going to make Demon Surge deal 35% more damage if it strikes a single target. So looking for isolated prey is going to make this really bursty, as well as provide decent AoE. Set Fire to the Pain. 5% of all non-fire damage taken is instead taken as fire damage over 6 seconds. And on top of that, you're just going to take 10% less fire damage. So, you know, Moonkins with Sunfire, Fire Mages in PvP. The spec's going to be basically leading them from the game. Improved Soul Rending. Leech granted by Soul Rending increased by 2% and an additional 2% while Metamorphosis is active. So again, amplifying up the Leech and the Lifesteal is going to be really powerful in PvP. It's my expectation that this is probably just going to be like the baseline go-to. Burning Blades. Your blades burn with Fel energy, causing your Chaos Strike, Throw Glaive, and auto attacks to deal additional 10% damage as fire over 6 seconds, basically gushing wounds. Can't complain about getting gushing wounds. Violent Transformation. When you activate Metamorphosis, the cooldown of your Sigil of Flame is immediately reset. And Enduring Torment. The effects of your demon form persist outside of it in a weakened state, increasing Chaos Strike and Blade Dance damage by 5%, along with 3% haste. Untethered Fury. You just get 50 more Fury. Again, that's supposed to synergize into this movement speed buff, but I really just don't notice it at the moment. Student of Suffering. Sigil of Flame can apply Student of Suffering to you, increasing mastery by 14.4% and granting 5 Fury every 2 seconds. So this is why the synergy of resetting your Sigil of Flame is so that you can gain this benefit as soon as you go into meta, regardless of if you had Sigil of Flame or not. Flamebound. Immolation Aura has a 2-yard increased radius and is a 30% increased critical strike damage bonus, which could be just really good for passive AoE. Monster Rising. Agility increased by 5% while not in demon form. I like things like this, increasing your damage outside of your cooldown windows. This final one, Demonic Intensity. Activating Metamorphosis greatly empowers Eye Beam, Immolation Aura, and Sigil of Flame, and your Demon Surge is going to deal more damage. So let's take a look at the animations for this. When I first tried it, I was not overly impressed, honestly. I was really expecting more. So when you activate meta, you'll see that your action bar, all the spells on it are going to change. They're all glowing and they all look different. And then when you press them, you're basically going to unleash a circular Fel Fart Cloud. You're just going to go Fel Fart Cloud. You guys see that little green circle? And then we'll use another one, Fel Fart Cloud. And then another one, Fel Fart Cloud. And then we've got our Sigil of Flame, which is going to Fel Fart Cloud. And then we got Immolation Aura again, Fel Fart Cloud. And then that's basically it. You just, everything else is gonna be about the same, I think. You're just gonna get a bit of a Fel Fart Cloud. You're gonna be a little bit more tankier. You're gonna have a lot of extra passive damage layered on. It's likely gonna make it really strong. You do get the Fart Cloud when you use Demonic here, you can see, but it seems like it's only on Death Sweep and Annihilation. I don't know why when you activate I-Beam in Demonic Demon form, it doesn't also make Immolation Aura and Sigil of Flame be empowered. Maybe that's just a bug. I'll actually just report that as a bug. Demonic Demon form doesn't grant Demon Surge as Fel-Scarred Demon Hunter. Oh wait, 2 Immolation Aura and what else was the other one? Sigil of Flame. Obviously there's bugs. I think right now the biggest thing is like feel, and I'm kind of hoping there's going to be more animations added to it, because again the purple Fart Cloud is not really what I was hoping for with this spec. It makes it feel really passive and not like the main feature of the hero talent. It's just like it can almost just be forgotten amongst all of the other animations. I was really hoping that Fel-Scarred would make me feel like Illidan from Warcraft 3, and it was going to just like shoot like infernal giant fell rocks out or something at everybody. I think that would look really sick if it just shot out like infernal, like you could even take the infernal animation that is falling from the sky and just shoot that out at every target that gets hit. Something to make it look more like it's from Warcraft 3 and more noticeable than the Fart Cloud. It's obviously a very powerful talent, I think, definitely for PvP, given that it's going to be making you more tanky. It's amplifying your damage during Metamorphosis, but I'm really just hoping the animations are going to get improved for it. Now, the other option for you as a Demon Hunter is the Eldrachi Reaver, which is going to focus around your Throwglaive, which for me personally doesn't really feel super Demon Hunter-y, but it does have a cool animation. I'll say the animations for this are a lot better than the Fel-Scarred. So you're going to have Art of the Glaive, and when you've consumed 3 soul fragments, you're going to gain Reaver's Glaive, which is a super powered up version of Throwglaive, which is going to enhance your other abilities. So it's got a lot of good sustain damage. It's going to make your Chaos Strike apply 15% damage taken to the target. It's going to cause Blade Dance to deal 3 additional blade slashes to nearby targets. It's just all about sustain damage. This talent tree is really crazy because of one of the middle talents, but onto the side you can get generates more fury from your glaive, or your Throwglaive deals damage in an AoE. And this one right here, Vengeful Retreat, can be cast a second time. This thing is crazy, so you can do some wild stuff. You could like Vengeful Retreat, and then like glide over here, and you like I bet you could get back into the Dalaran zone starting pipe like hunters could when you had readiness with 2 disengages. This thing is going to be like one of the best things in the game. Unhindered Assault, Vengeful Retreat resets the cooldown of Fell Blade, so if you do want to always make sure you got like a reconnect when you jump away, and then you can Fell Blade back, that's going to feel really good. Incisive Blade, when enhanced, Chaos Strike and Soul Cleave deal 30% increased damage. Eldrachi Tactics, the second enhanced ability in a pattern shatters an additional soul fragment. And then Army Unto Oneself, Fell Blade surrounds you with Blade Ward, reducing physical damage you take by 10%. We've seen how strong Demon Hunter is when it gets these like % damage reductions. Incorruptible Spirit, consuming a soul fragment heals you for an additional 15% over time. So this is like a customization when you're fighting physical classes versus non-physical classes. Wounded Quarry, while Reaver's Mark is on your target, melee attacks have a chance to strike with an additional glaive slash, so you get Wind Fury. Intent Pursuit, casting an enhanced ability reduces the remaining cooldown of the hunt, so cooldown reduction, really good. Escalation, each successive enhanced ability deals 10% increased damage. The effect, the second enhancement, is increased by 100%. Warblade's Hunger, consuming a soul fragment causes your next Chaos Strike or Shear to deal bonus damage, so Wind Fury on top of Wind Fury. Thrill of the Fight, after consuming both enhancement, gains Thrill of the Fight, increasing your attack speed by 15% and causes your next ability to deal 30% more damage. So let's just go ahead and test, like, do I have the hunt right now? I definitely do have the hunt. Okay, let's see what the cooldown reduction is on the hunt here. So we're just going to go towards our target. We're going to charge in. We need to collect souls off the ground in order to gain the Reaver, so we basically just have to attack the target and try and spawn some souls. And then after we've got those souls, there's one soul. It's going to start to begin to power up our Throwglaive, and you'll see that the purple Throwglaive, I'll actually go over here where the AoE mobs are, because it's way cooler if we're actually attacking the AoE mobs. As soon as we get 3 souls, which it is doing a terrible job of getting me to 3 souls right now, you'll see how crazy this Throwglaive actually looks visually. So we got another soul. There we go. So you can see it starts glowing on your action bar, and then when you throw it, it's going to enhance all your abilities. It's giant, it's purple. It's going to ping pong between everything, enhance all of your abilities, apply 15% damage taken to the target, make your single target go crazy, and look, you can proc it like just wild if you get really lucky with these soul procs. So it's I would say it's a lot more interactive than the Fel-Scarred at the moment, and the way that it enhances your abilities and giving you cool things like double backflip. I'm going to say that this one is definitely more fun, more fantasy flavored than the Fel-Scarred one. The Fel-Scarred one just kind of feels like it's playing it safe, giving you a little bit of extra damage during your cooldowns and a little bit of like stat bloat, and the visuals of it are definitely not as good as the Eldrachi. Even though I'm not like a fan of Throwglaive, I definitely think that the Eldrachi one has a better vibe to it in terms of fantasy flavor at the moment. So hopefully there's going to be some changes coming through for the Fel-Scarred one, because to me that's the one that should really feel like Illidan, and I just don't think that it's hitting the mark. But that's basically my review right now for the Demon Hunter so far in the alpha. Let me know what you think in the comments down below of this. Which specialization should I cover next? Other than that, thank you very much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.